but here we are, and it is installment number 5, and we're so excited. And as you can tell, I have hi Paula. As you can tell, I have nothing to show. This is actually a free pattern from my favorite quilt store. Somebody really special wrote this pattern, moi. And you can do it in all different kinds of fabrics, but man, is it fun to do in, what's her name? Tula. Tula, yeah. That's pretty bad, can't remember her name. Anyway, so today I don't have anything to show because it's at the quilter. So the next time you see it, I'm hoping that I get it back in time to put the binding on, but I'm ready to roll. So today we're just going to talk real quickly about installment 5, the blog post that we did, that I did 2 weeks ago, and then I'm going to show you a couple of things that I think you might be interested in for installment 5, installment 6, and also finishing your quilt. So let's talk about installment 5. It was a pretty easy installment. I don't know that you would have had a lot of issues with it because it was really just one. Oh, we're getting a delivery. I guess everybody can hear the delivery. It's a small one though, don't worry. Anyway, installment 5 is quarter square triangles, also called an hourglass block. I did a nice little video on YouTube, so if you have not seen the video and you're a little bit gun shy about doing them, just go onto my favorite quilt store on the YouTube channel, on our YouTube channel, and look at the video. It's pretty simple. I also think you should look at the Matt, did we call it the 3 P's of pinning, or proper precision pinning? And so if you haven't looked at that one too, and you're getting ready to put your hourglass blocks together, go ahead and look at that also, because it does show you how to kind of pin so that your seams will come together and make a nice point. I think you're going to be very successful this month because it is just one block. But the one thing I do want to warn you is I want you to cut out installment 5 and installment 6 at the same time. In my blog, you can find the cutting instructions because you have to cut, I think it's 4 1.5 inch by 6.5 inch bars for installment 5 out of every single fabric, which means you have to go through every single fabric and cut out a little small rectangle and then cut that rectangle into 4s. Well, you're going to do the same exact thing for installment 6, but it's a 1.5 by a 7.5 inch rectangle. So when you're cutting out these 1.5 by 6.5 inches, go ahead and cut out that 1.5 by 7.5 inch at the same time. Just put them all together and put them aside. I think you need maybe 1 or 2 more, but just while you're cutting out 5, please cut out 6, or you're going to come back to me and go, oh, I don't want to ever do that again. Anyway, so I'm just going to give everybody a heads up that this is about all of the larger bolts that we have of Riverside Knoll. It's the green with the little, it's not like a fleur-de-lis, but it kind of reminds me of fleur-de-lis. The gray that they call taupe, the taupe that they call gray. This is your installment for your inner inner border. If you're thinking about putting this on the back, this is about all we have. This is that red that's pretty vibrant. It's kind of like a red and a black. The green with the little flowers in it, and the brown with the little flowers in it. We do have more yardage, but they're just smaller bolts. You do need 4 total yards. I think the quilt is 60 square or 62 square, so you do have a good piece left over. If you cut it, if you get 4 yards, cut it in half, sew them together so that the seam runs down the middle, and open it up. When you trim it, you're going to have, I would say, about this much to keep in your stash. But I prefer to do it that way instead of piecing, like one large piece and then a couple of small pieces. So 4 yards is really the right amount. And like I said, these are the 5 bolts that we have currently with large quantities. So and you need 4 yards. The other thing we have is we still have these 8.5-inch rulers. If you didn't buy one of these when you started your project, you might really want one of these. It's a lot easier to square up your blocks because most of the blocks are all 8.5-inch. This is kind of a little handy tool. You absolutely don't need it, but it's really handy to have. And I don't know, I think this is less than $20. I'm not quite sure, but maybe we'll go ahead and put this on the Facebook page and figure it out. And the fun part of this quilt is doing it, of course, with all of our friends. But one of the fun things is we really do have a lot left over. The fabric amounts were very generous, and we have a couple of books here. This Simple Whatnots 2. I always thought it was Simple Whatnots 11, but it's Simple Whatnots 2. There's a couple more Simple Whatnots books, but they are really great Kim Deal books, got some really neat ideas. I just love this one. I think I'm going to do this with one of my, some of my leftovers. I just think that's so cool and would be beautiful in the middle of my dining room table. But there's some really nice ideas in here. Sometimes she even adds, I don't know if it's in here or not, but sometimes she even adds a recipe or two, and I think her recipes are pretty good. This was kind of a fun one too. So that's about all I have for Riverside Knoll, but the announcement of the day is we're going to go ahead and do another one. We had such good response with this sew along that we're going to do her next sew along, which is called Scraps of Happiness. I'm not 100% sure. Matt, do you know what the line is called? Okay, but it's by Kim Deal. The line of fabric is by Kim Deal. I bet you he could look it up while I'm chit-chatting. And it's spools. And all the spools have a different looking kind of a quilt design in them. I think that it is really cool. It took Margot about maybe 15 seconds to convince me to do it again, mostly because I had so much fun doing this Riverside Knoll sew along, but also because I am a Kim Deal lover and it's really a cool quilt. Not a lot of intricate piecing. If you're a beginner or you don't even need to be a confident beginner to be able to do this one and feel a lot of success. So, Matt, did you pull it up by any chance?
We'll post it on the Facebook page.
Okay, let's post it on the Facebook page. But other than that, I really don't have anything more for you, but check back next month. Well, I guess it's 2 weeks from now. Fingers crossed. I will have my quilt back. It'll be quilted, it'll be bound. If not, it will definitely be back and bound 1 month from now. So until next time, this is Mary Jean from My Favorite Quilt Store. Keep sewing on that Riverside Knoll. I know it's hot out wherever you are. If it's not hot, it must be raining, because that's what Al Roker said today. Everything's hot or rainy. So that's a good time to stay in your sewing room, as long as you have AC. So I will see you next time, and next time will be around this is the 1st of the month, so the 15th of the month. Check us out on our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, and get online. We always have some great end-of-bolts and things on sale, clearance items, and new items. We've got a lot of new stuff coming in. The fall stuff and the Christmas stuff is already coming in. So until next time, see you later.